Attackers incoming.
Overwatch is developer Blizzard's first first-person shooter. That would invite heavy skepticism for any regular developer, but Blizzard is not a normal developer. Over the past few years, Blizzard has been batting 1,000 while exploring new genres, with Heroes of the Storm and Hearthstone leading that successful charge. Overwatch, however, isn't piggybacking off any of Blizzard's established franchises or shooter pedigree. So does Overwatch overcome these obstacles, or is it underdeveloped? Let's find out here in this review of Overwatch.
Quadruple kill. Team kill.
Overwatch immediately, through its clean, colorful art style, makes its central point clear. This is a different first-person shooter. Gone are the drab military men coated in gloom and dreariness. Instead, the game's color palette drenches the array of 21 playable heroes who are all wildly inventive and different from one another. These heroes range from an Australian peg-leg pyromaniac to an edgy Hot Topic-esque Grim Reaper to a tiny Chinese woman who freezes her enemies with her trusty slushy gun. Personality like this is vital to each character's core and is what makes them so memorable. From the little details like the different head bobs during movement to the actual ability set and animations, each hero is iconic both inside and out and gives the game its distinct aura. As much as I could go on about how cool and unique the powers are, their execution and viability within the game is the more impressive part. Every passive move, ability, and ultimate has a hard counter but can turn the tide of battle in the right situations. It's not designed for one-on-one firefights and thus puts a heavy emphasis on team play and finding out what roles fill in the group's voids. Assists have been done away with too, since every assist presents itself as an elimination, which lets the contribution of non-offensive roles feel more substantial. Filling out a team in the best possible way and using each hero to their fullest is the game's second biggest strength that boosts the game's biggest strength. Every hero is a blast to play. Games, by design or not, are usually filled with classes that just don't appeal to everyone. Sniping never attracted me in Call of Duty, nor did any class outside of the standard Hunter in Bloodborne. Most games usually funnel players into what they are the best at and don't incentivize switching. Overwatch is different by being that rare game that makes healing as fun as being a tank or shooting up the front line with rockets. The entire 21 hero lineup has a place, and choosing one just comes down to what role you need to fill at a given time, not what character you always stick to. Balanced teams perform the best and often win, so variety is encouraged and rewarded with kills and that sweet victory pose portrait at the end. Highlighting positivity is an essential part of what makes Overwatch so fun for every class. This is reflected in the post-game screens, where your kill and death counters are on the opposite sides of the chart and are instead filled out with characters' specific goals and rewards. 4 of the most valuable players are highlighted at the end too, and give a small but appreciated nod to those not racking up the most kills. It makes your overall contributions the focal point, rather than eliminations, which is where the play of the game feature comes in. The play of the game showcases a shift of momentum or an impressive killing spree and is a clever twist on the Call of Duty final kill cam, but it is extremely biased. Whereas a support can push a team forward, negating damage and keeping them breathing long enough to crawl across the finish line, the play of the game is often too obsessed with offensively based ultimates. Torbjorn, Junkrat, and Bastion are prone to stealing play of the games and are enough evidence that this fantastic system needs to be reworked so the same characters aren't getting promoted over and over and over. Weighting the points of different heroes would be an apt solution and would make sure deserving characters like Mercy received more praise. But Torbjorn and Bastion are the star children for Overwatch's turret fascination and why play of the game feels a tad busted. Overwatch is incredibly balanced on the whole, as every character is deadly when used correctly, but turrets are a bit different. Bastion can morph into a turret and, though immobile, can chew through defenses in record time. Torbjorn's constructed gun emplacements have incredible hyper-accurate aim and can kill almost any hero from an extraordinary distance with a second or two of concentrated fire. Turrets do more than pester the opposition, they immediately demand attention and force the entire playfield to revolve around them. The loot system is much more imbalanced. Customization options like skins and player icons are locked away in loot boxes that are given out after leveling up. Opening them is downright erotic, until you realize you almost never get anything valuable. Useless voice lines and sprays greet you as you abandon hope of ever getting to don those rad legendary skins. Adding more ways to earn currency would be ideal so people could have a semi-planned roadmap for purchasing specific items instead of waiting for Lady Luck to be on their side. Even my critiques of Overwatch come with praise. I love playing as Bastion, opening loot boxes is my new fetish, and I always anticipate play of the game before being disappointed at seeing yet another Torbjorn do nothing but hammer a turret. Complaints get swept away in the storm of compliments and the feel-good moments that this game builds its foundation on. Overwatch's colorful, iconic style is reflective of its cast of heroes, none of which look or control like one another, yet are all somehow a blast to learn and play, regardless of class or role. Blizzard's first-person shooter lacks any sort of noobish stumble that would be expected from a studio's venture into a new genre. Instead, they've given us something that we didn't know we wanted from a studio we didn't know we wanted it from. Overwatch gets a 9.5 out of 10. As always, thanks for watching and see you next time.
Play of the game.
優雅我が敵を食らう